Today's episode of the Federation's Finest podcast is brought to you by The House, the feature film, now streaming on Tubi. After a freak accident and a night out drinking leaves two of their friends dead, the lives of 6 teens are changed forever with the discovery of a mysterious revive serum that can bring one of their dead back to life, but only one. Now torn into multiple groups and fighting amongst each other, these teens must decide who they are, what they believe in, and what truly is the value of a life. Stream The House, directed by Miles Ross, now on Tubi for free, or head to thehousefeature.com or at thehousefeature on Instagram to learn more. That is thehousefeature.com or at thehousefeature on Instagram to learn more. Hello and welcome to the Federation's Finest podcast. I don't know what I'm fighting for or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate and say what I don't mean. I don't know how I got this way. I know it's not all right, so I'm breaking the habit. I'm breaking the habit tonight. I'm your host, Miles. I'm a filmmaker from Seattle, but I'm also a big mech fan. I grew up on Gurren Lagann. I'm currently watching through Gao Geiger and Pad Labor with my brother, but I'm a die-hard Gundam fan at heart. With this show, I'm here to lead 3 Gundam newbies through the series and see if we can figure out what this giant robot thing is all about. We'll be covering this series in my own special order, emulating but not quite following the experience of discovering the show on Toonami or the internet in the early 2000s. On today's climactic finale adjacent, not even finale adjacent, finale episode, we're covering Mobile Suit Gundam episode 42, or rather 43. If you want to watch along with us, you should go watch it. Fellas, this is the big finale. This is, what's this episode's name? Escape. How we doing? Who do we got here today?
Making a set of pancake flesh angels for yourself on this fine Monday morning. It is Tom, a filmmaker from Alaska, and mixed feelings about ending this, but we'll get to it.
With that, I'm your local retired space cowboy, Leo. Is currently staring at other giant mechs because I'm trying to decide on what kind of Lancer I want to pilot. But yeah, no, pretty decent ending, I guess. It's fucking weird. Flat pancake flash angels, but yeah, we'll get there.
Finally, me, Kenny, just a guy who was kind of wanting to get into the OG series. Kind of knew what was going to go on in the end, but not all the details. But pretty interesting ending. I kind of liked it, but we'll see what the others will say.
All right, gentlemen, I've been waiting forever for this. We're already a little bit behind. Just want to say, just as a quick thing to start off, hey, this podcast is quickly about to get a whole lot more interactive in ways y'all don't know yet. One of the things is I do not have an idea for what the next rank is. As you can see, you guys are all, I don't even know what your rank is, staff sergeant, whatever. If either of you have an idea, please let me know, and we'll get that working. Because you are all very close to ranking up here as we move on to Zeta Gundam, whatever's next. But with that, let's start with episode 42, the final episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Escape. And we open on a little slow-mo red opening, which is so Yoshiyuki Tomino, we gotta make sure we sprinkle on style. I'm always gonna bring that up as the neighborhood film boy. I love when he does openings like this of our mechs here fighting and then engaging at full speed. Take it away.
I mean, I watched this a week ago, so yeah, you guys are gonna have to help me out.
Yeah,
on
shit. Sorry, I was staring at Lancers.
Right off the bat, Tom Rowe and Char fighting from the previous episode. Small animation error. 2 beams of the Gundam blast, not one, but whatever. Just those two going at it.
with the
For a
fucking
bit.
combat music.
Dum
Fucking
dum
like fucking love
dum
this music.
dum dum dum. Love it, man.
But yeah, Char and Amuro just going at it. Amuro doing some weird, psyker bullshit, which there's a lot of this episode with some interesting characters.
So much psychic bullshit.
So I'm gonna make us pick real quick, just because we ended off Char versus Amuro, round 13.
Oh, God damn it.
What's your thoughts?
I'm pretty sure this one is
think
an
this is
Amuro
Amuro.
win.
I don't know.
Uh,
I mean, with Kai and Hayato trying to invade the fucking base at the same time, it's a little.
I'll give it to Amuro as a Pyrrhic victory.
We're gonna call this just the mech portion. We're gonna call the out of suit portion its own thing in a second.
Um,
I'd say Amuro
yeah, I still give it to Amuro.
because Char has to back up like really
So, I
quickly.
mean, Char gets down to a head, and Amuro
Yes.
loses what, like a foot and an arm.
I think
I think his
so.
head and his arm.
He loses,
Head.
yeah,
Oh,
he
he
loses his
loses his
head
head,
because,
too.
yeah, he makes a note of like, oh, that's
main
not a
camera's
big deal.
gone.
I just lost my main camera.
Yeah,
That's-
so big revelation. This suit Char's in is the first mobile suit where you are actually in the head, as a lot of people put mech pilots in fiction.
That is one of the mixed feelings about ending this whole series about I will never again hear Amuro awkwardly put exposition of why his mobile suit is doing a specific thing into that. Like, there will no longer be just like fire. Oh no, my X296 battle rifle is out of energy.
Yeah, no.
What will I like?
That's
said
gone.
that?
Throw that out the window.
No more. No more will I hear that.
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
Yeah.
But you guys put firm Amuro Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah.
All right.
But then we get Kai and Hayato blasting doors open, but some red shirts don't listen and just get straight up exploded.
Dusted, yeah.
Poor
And then,
GMs.
right back to Char v Amuro, because that's, where the action
Important bit.
is. Psychic conversations. And this whole weird point from Amuro, I feel it's weird, of his whole thing of Lala wasn't meant to be a warrior. It's like, how could you? How could you bring someone who wasn't meant to fight into the fight? It's like, bro, she asked.
I mean, she did literally ask
Like,
to.
I was
But
gonna
I mean, he
say
wasn't there for that.
just when we went past it just a little fast. There's a trope in mech anime I like to call last scars, which is when your titular mech or main mechs start taking a little too much damage than they normally do. The show's about to wrap up, and Amuro getting the arm blown off and then the head blown up is like, yep, that's last scars.
yeah.
The other thing is famous imagery at 717. This is called the last shooting. It is the pose of the Gundam without the head pointing its beam rifle into the air. You see this all over Gundam merchandise, all over anything. If you go to Google and type in last shooting right now, that imagery is going to come up. It's the famous RX-79 pose, because each one of the main Gundams has a pose. It's one of my favorites. And fun fact, the RX-79 is so outdated at this point in the war, the Federation never bothered going back and recovering it. It's still there under the rubble, because the computer info was on the core booster that Amuro escaped in. They didn't even need it, because they have GMs and stuff. It's not even in the museum. The other Gundams get put in museums at a certain point. The RX-78 is technically still on the asteroid that was Baoa Q, under billions of pounds of rubble. Yeah.
Huh.
I thought you were going to point out the fact that Char is actually wearing a spacesuit.
Yeah, for once.
But speaking of last scars, White Base also takes a huge hit and just has to land. of course, on the station that they're trying to take. And then immediately it's like, oh no, we're being shot from all directions.
Right.
Who would have thought?
I love that they're like, oh, it's crawling with bad guys. Like, who'd have fucking thought?
Yeah. And my favorite quote of the whole show, Frau, get a sidearm.
You got to fight
you know
too.
It's dire. You know it's dire when Frau's got to pick up a pistol.
She could be a good shot. We don't get to let her do stuff. Like I said, it would be cool to see like a spin-off game or a Super Robot Wars game do a thing of like Frau gets a Gundam instead of Amuro, and maybe she's a little better or something. I don't know. I'm thinking of that Ben 10 episode back in the day when Gwen gets to watch. But I think Frau may be good of a soldier herself.
It's a new type, but all I want to do is run a preschool.
That's Frau.
That's Frau.
Yeah, it's not over. I've only lost the main camera. That's all.
Yeah.
With his head just fucking exploded. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
What
I like
oh, good.
was that Char is now just ahead, and Amuro loses his head.
Yeah, it's like with their powers combined.
Yes.
Metaphor.
But yeah, let me cut back to good old not Shredder.
Yeah, but I do love her. Just like as long as I live, Zeon survives. So you all fight to your death. Ready my ship. Don't tell the men. And bye.
And later.
I love how these are literally.
I killed my brother.
These are all Giren's body's still just floating like 45 degrees above her, and these are all Giren's boys too. So she's like, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Well, I forgot that I got rid of the body by this point. There's no way Giren would just be. Yeah, because I thought like as soon as she shot him in the back of the dome, she went gave orders and then get rid of the body.
Action, guys.
Yeah, you died in action.
Yeah, mark it up as a suicide, boys.
But yeah, Amuro in his fight with Char is now like, all right, I'm gonna eject. Gundam, follow me. And then we get, in just typical Amuro fashion, I can feel I've grown and now have the power to defeat the true enemy. The Sabi leader is here. I can sense it. It's like
that
thanks,
new
bro.
that new type Zenkai boost he got from Lala's kicking in. He's got that Goku hopping out the time chamber. I'm stronger. I love Kai.
That's Char says he might have gotten that power from Lala. Which, Char saying that he got that power implies that it's like, I don't know, if you're near one when they die, you take their powers too, or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Do you think that's how it works?
Hyperbolic chamber, kind of. It just I think Lala sped up his development by forcing him to experience it, maybe, but I don't know.
It could be like
when you twine brain stems together.
It could be like a Piccolo touching Nail and getting the boost too. Like, I feel great. I feel awesome. Yeah.
I mean, Lala's clearly still inside his dome, so.
Do you think she's within him, like in his soul, or does she belong to the universe now, or
she's with the Metachlorines, dude. She's a force ghost.
She's in the ethereal realm.
Do you think there is a ethereal realm in Gundam, and do you think only new types go there, or can everybody go there?
Ah, Jesus, Miles.
Knowing where the future of this series goes, I kind of want to believe that's where it's gonna go.
Is this like?
I would not be surprised if there was some kind of other ethereal plane with some kind of Sea of Souls type crap. There's Psychers. There's got to be a warp. There's gonna be demons next. We're gonna get possessed mechs. Oh wait, we have that in other Gundams.
I love this shot at 9.
I can say it's a unicorn. So.
Unicorn? Oh, who knows?
all I can say is unicorn, but whatever. We'll see where that goes.
I love this shot at 903 of Kai getting his leg blasted off. Well, his gun cannon getting his leg blasted off, and then he picks up this big like rifle And he's like, I gotta get to work,
It
boys.
says time for hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
That's got to be a translation thing. It drives me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he literally picks up a gun and says time for hand-to-hand combat. Like,
Yeah.
sir.
But then we get Sayla outside
Yes.
having her first like legit active ping on
Yep.
her brother. She's like,
Get
all right,
to it.
I'll head into the heart of the fighting with my pistol.
And then gets the psyker tick to just, I need to go this direction.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then she comes up on Char and Amuro fencing.
I love before that, and I can't tell if this is because the animation is a little choppy. And this episode is great, all things considered. She's going down this hallway, and we're cutting between a like close up of her face, and she's moving forward, and we're drifting through in 0G with her, and then we cut towards her POV of the hallway. At about 9:53, there's a body that gets blasted out of a hallway in front of her, and it like screams.
To the other side.
And then we turn what looks like to her left, which is the immediate room that Amuro and Char are in. And they're fighting in it. But the implication, the spatial awareness here is weird because the implication, like in terms of cinematography, is Amuro and Char either blasted this guy out of this room on purpose or on accident, or this is just a weird. They're in the next hallway down. Like this poor dude was like, "Hey guys, I'm hiding here too. Are you hiding?" And then they both just beam rifle him, and then he just blasts into the hallway.
Just blow up the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do find it very fucking interesting that they're, of all things, space fencing.
Yeah, there's space fencing. And what are they talking about?
They're having an exposition argument, Miles.
Mm-hmm.
You may be a new type, but you haven't worked out as much as me, bro.
You got me out of my mech so you could fight me as a normal person. And he's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
So what is Char's take here, and what's Amuro's side? Char's saying he doesn't deserve it, right? The powers he has.
What is this?
About like 10...
Again, I watched this a week ago, man. I couldn't
10,
give you the
15,
argument
10,
verbatim.
22. Char's like, hey, you got those powers from Lala, and then Amuro's like, you had to lure me here out of my Gundam to fight me, so what does that say about you? And they're going,
Okay, just for that.
new types have to be developed, yada yada. And then Sayla's like, boys, stop fighting! I am gonna stand here 50 feet
what?
away and watch you
That's
fight.
the other thing I'm going to miss is Sayla's ridiculous arguments. You don't have to fight each other. Just because there's a war going on, you don't have like Sayla, when you get home, crack open the dictionary, honey, and look at war.
Well, at this point in
What?
the conflict, she is kind of right. And I think that's what Tomio's saying. They don't have to fight right now. If they both just drop their weapons, they could just be 3 people in the room talking because the Char's enemies isn't even Amuro, it's the zombies, really. Amuro is just his rival.
Yeah, but it's also like these two have been trying to kill each other the entire war.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they've had this like kill
Fun
sexual tension like going on this entire time, and it all comes to a head.
Well, speaking of tension, they keep on fighting, and we get a moment.
yeah,
Where they
A
kiss.
helmet kiss.
yeah, they helmet kiss.
They're bros. What do you
But
mean?
Sayla
Kiss?
pings and joins their Technicolor world too. So
What happens right before the helmet kiss, though? Because there's something fascinating.
Yeah, so
what? Amuro pierces
Amuro gets
Char's visor.
Yeah, Amuro gets a ping. They like manage to get a wound on each other. Char manages to pierce through Amuro's like what is that side shoulder? And
Right arm, yeah.
yeah, and Amuro like stabs him directly in like the center of the eyes. And if it, as Char says, if it weren't for his faceplate, he would be dead.
So Amuro has a injury now on his right shoulder blade, and Char has a forehead scar.
Okay.
Helmet kiss.
No, yeah, and then the helmet kiss him.
And then Lala's there, and then Sayla pings on in as some kind of weird sister cuck situation.
It's like, can you two get a room? No.
They did. She barged in.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but then, conveniently timed explosion throws Sayla into them and breaks up their little psychic argument.
About their theology of using new types as weapons and blah blah blah.
Char's like, all right, now it'll be an age of the mutants. So, Professor X, please join me. I have the helmet and everything. I will be Magneto, and we'll rule over the monkeys.
See, new type army.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
But I did write, your forehead looks wounded. I'm fine. But if it weren't for this helmet, I wouldn't be alive. There's the snappy Gundam dialogue I love. It's also, that's right before a commercial break.
Yeah, that is literally the last words before the show.
Every other show is gonna build up to a what's gonna happen now? Who's that Pokemon? And then we're gonna come back and it's like the moment of tension is released. No, it's like, yeah, bro, I would have been dead. Thankfully, I put on a helmet.
Show.
It's great. It's stylistic is the wrong word.
But they they do pretty much come to terms. They have their big fight, and then they just talk things out. They're interrupted by an explosion afterwards, but Char's like, "Yeah, I got it out of my system. I took out your arm, Amuro. I'm good." Metaphor, by the way. I was trying to get y'all to think about it. Amuro took out Char's head. Char took out Amuro's arm, which is just what happened to them in the mobile suits.
No.
I guess.
He stabs Char in the eye. The only thing remaining is the head of his mobile suit.
Yeah, we'll play loose and free with that. We'll play loose and free with that.
No, not loose and free.
A arm injury took place, and an injury involving a head took place.
No.
Hey, I just realized something.
Yeah.
13, what is this? Right after Mustache Dude dies, the 13-15, we cut to Artesia, and she's holding her pistol in her right hand. And there's just a bazooka floating there.
Oh, yeah.
She heard what happened to Miharu. She's not about to pick up a bazooka.
Okay, wait. But then Shark goes to pick it up, and it clips out of Sayla.
Fantastic.
Oh, let me look at that. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, just a bazooka floating there.
It just...
Yeah, hey man, they're doing their best. Tomino's Sunrise right now is breathing down Tomino's neck. It's like, you better wrap this up with 43. He's doing his best.
One of my favorite moments for a bridging potential. The rumors of burns on your face were not true. Dies some random Zeke.
Yeah, well, they all probably thought he was horrifically scarred all this time. It's like, why does that one guy wear a mask?
Yeah, but there are so many abridged potentials of just oh, I finally got to see what you look like. Just choking random Zeke out. Nobody can see my face.
No one. Char, he was about to die. Yeah. I got more killing in me. As he walks away.
He might have made it. Not anymore.
You're a good woman. You should forget about this war.
I also love the line a few minutes earlier when he's like, "Oh, my Amuro's like, aren't you going to take care of the zombies or something like that?" And then Char's like, my main priority isn't the zombies, it's the new types. And then he talks with Sayla, and she's like, "Where are you going?" He's like, I got a little job to finish up, though.
He's like, well, I wasn't going to get revenge, and then I found this rocket launcher.
But then there's this conveniently placed bazooka right next to you.
Dude, I don't think he believes what he says sometimes. He was always going to get revenge. He is running off of pure pathos right now, man. Maybe always.
But yep, he sure as hell takes that rocket launcher, and right as Castilia's about to take off in her what is that, Zanzibar,
Yeah.
Char just floats on up.
I'm sending Karma, I'm sending your sister to join you. Consider this my farewell present.
And
With a fucking left-handed salute.
blows her brain off. Doesn't shoot and lets the splash damage get it. He blows her head to smithereens with a precise headshot from the bazooka. And
See, what I love is like that, like it is of Sharbek. He's like, I got the kill. I got the kill. All right, all you Fed guys who are gonna shoot the ship anyway, have at it. I got the kill that matters.
Also, quite possibly the most famously memed moment over and over again in anime is Char blowing Cassilia's head off. Yes,
Fucking
with
Cassilia.
You will see
Jesus
this repeated
Christ.
all over the place. Also, yes, he did kill the two zombies who were the least involved with his dad's death. I don't think Cassilia had anything to do with friggin' with Zeon
Proxy by
Daiku.
association.
Guilty. He
Give her the
said,
law.
had to be thorough.
Nah, but like she would have gotten the files after the fact and been like, yeah, I'm okay with this.
Probably knew about it to some degree. She had to have.
Yeah,
So that was the last zombie, boys, that you've seen.
because she showed up to interrogate Baby Char, and he
Yeah.
beat her. She got shamed by a child.
Are
And
there
she got fucking slimed by said child.
Are there any more zombies left?
Let's see. Garma's
Technically, yes.
Oh, who?
What is it? Who? Mongo's daughter?
Oh yeah,
Whatever
Mong.
his
Oh,
name
that's
is?
true.
Mundo.
Dozo's daughter.
Yeah,
That was
Minerva.
his daughter's technically the last zombie, I think.
Minerva. Yeah.
Yeah, Minerva's
New
zombie.
spin-off series, Gundam: The Last Zombie.
Let's keep going.
Everything changed when the Federation attacked.
Oh my god.
Let's keep going.
Uh,
Tom gets bonus points. So they get split up. Sayla and Amuro are in two different parts of the ship. Sayla got to say goodbye to her brother one last time. And Amuro and Sayla
Yeah.
are getting rocked by so much explosions they should both have CTE in the brain.
Yeah, but I mean, the Psychic Lala song is playing, so we know everything's going to be all right.
Yeah. We got
He's
the
just
humming.
climbing into G Fighter mode. And then we get Lala. What new types shouldn't be destroying each other? I can play with you anytime. It's like nope. Get the
Nope,
fuck out of
nope.
my head. Get out of my head.
Be gone, demon, in the name of the Emperor.
I'm trying to find the image. Keep going.
But yeah, he has visions of all the white base crew members while an oboe plays, and then we get look, and she turns into a pancake flesh angel. You have the ability to see things, Amuro. It's like cool. We figured that out. You didn't need to do the
Pancake flesh
Cthulhu
angel.
skirt.
Ah. Fucking.
But he starts shouting at Sayla and then giving her directions. And she's using her spider sense to like get the drop on dudes. But then we just start cutting around to different people and giving them instructions. We cut, my dear Frau. It's like what, bro?
Yeah, he's
That's
kinda-
not the
he's-
vibes you've been given.
Well, it's that was less like romantic, more like he's having like a weirdly matured moment. Like he probably almost never called her dear Frau at any point earlier in their life, but with what him ascending into the universe or whatever the heck's going on right now, him and her are having a moment spiritually.
Yeah, but we go Bright, Mirai, Frau, Hayato, Kai, and then back to Sayla. Uh,
And what's happening
Every
with
time.
this?
Well, every time they get the psychic message, it's in the form of like a fucking scream. I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all hear that.
So they're all hearing this, and not just the two new type girls we can see. Bright and Frau can hear it. Does this mean Bright and Frau are new types? Or Kai and Hayato?
I don't know if you
well, Kai
understand.
and Hayato might be minor typers.
I feel like you don't need to be as strong or as a potent a new type to receive as you need to be to send.
Do you think?
Well, it was also
Yeah.
the dudes on the ships could hear Lala's song over the radio.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think you have to be a new type at all to hear from a new type, or?
No.
No.
No. I also find it funny when we're Amuro's given the instructions to Frau and the kids, and they finally do like make their run for it. That fucking what's her name?
Kika?
Huh?
The Kika? Oh.
Maybe no. What? Kika? Is it Kika?
Yeah,
Is
it's
the one holding
Kika.
the
Okay,
rifle?
yeah. It's just holding the whole ass rifle.
I love that.
Just reverse grip by the barrel. Yup.
Hey, I want to show you some.
Dude, she's been ready to fight since day one.
She's a fighter, bro. Hey, I got two pictures from MS Era, 001 to 0080. It's that magazine we talked about a while ago. We got some behind the scenes pictures. All of these pictures, if you read the opening of the magazine of the book, are supposed to be from in-universe photographers, and they've got little things. I've got one from Lala there. I got two from Lala there. The first one is on page 64, and it's Lala being escorted by some dudes into a limousine that Char's in. Late in the 1-year war, Zeon reportedly conducted aggressive scouting for new types bordering on human trafficking. This photo is likely taken by the girl's colleague or companion. So put human trafficking up there technically on the list for Char. Number 2, photographed at Sidesick Lakeside, December 0079, is Lala. And it's the little lakeside cabin scene from a few episodes back. What's flying there in the sky?
That fucking bird that should just die.
Swans.
The swans
Swan.
that we saw like die, melt suddenly.
Whatever the fuck happened to those things, yeah.
So they're in this photograph. Do those swans seem like real swans?
You're gonna tell me that the real secret is that there is no swans. Fuck off.
Are there swans? This is page 84 of MS Era.
I am going to go with no.
Why no?
I don't know, because Lala fuckery.
Do you think she has the power to create swans? Is that her new type ability, swan creation?
We don't know what
Kind
she
of curse
can do, man.
technique.
Swan creation is a special great no.
Okay.
Just asking questions. This also implies that a photographer was just sitting there in the grass, terrified as Amuro and this like demigod were having a conversation a few feet away, hoping. She probably knows the photographer's there, to be honest, but
Fucking domain expansion, pancake flesh angel.
I love it. All right, we can go back to the episode. Amuro gets in and hops into the core booster. Oh yeah, and we start communicating with everyone. We did that, and
Yep, and then they take off. The survivors
Sayla
of White Base.
rolls into a ball and it lets an explosion launch her, because that's how you safely exit spacecraft. But yeah, everything blows up.
Mm-hmm.
Alba Q is reft with explosions in White Bases in there.
He's gone.
Bright outs Sayla and Mirai as new types, and outs Sayla as being the daughter of Zeon.
You don't care no more.
Yeah. And he's like, you got to use your new type powers. Search for Amuro. It's like, dude, she's doing her Sayla post battle cry. All right, like she's gonna be inconsolable for a bit.
Yeah, but she's the daughter of Zeon, so get it together.
At
Yeah.
1852, so I was gonna make a joke, and it was like, did everyone who was a B character, did all the red shirts on the white base just die? Did they just get left in
Yes.
the explosion?
Yes.
At 1852, there's a second craft, but this also implies, since we see Bright, Kai, Hayato, Sayla, Frau on one, that Bright literally stopped everyone and said, everyone who is a B character, not on this boat. Get on the other one. Job John, two guys on the bridge out marker, you on that boat. You're in the side character boat. Okay.
I love the line though of just, "There's no way, no one could be that all-knowing, right?" It's like, oh, good, hold my beer. Like, you got no idea what's coming. Let's let the brats count it down for us.
And as Abawa Q is exploding,
Brr.
who do we learn are our final sets of new types?
The
children.
children, and the brats, man.
The kids, I will let you know, confirmed are new types.
Haro.
Cats, Kika,
Stupid robot is a new type.
I can believe it.
Now, Amuro's dad transferred his soul into Haro. He when he died, his drunken ghost soul possessed
He's
Haro.
like General Grievous. He has just enough organic in him
Yes.
to be a new type.
But the kids announce that Amuro is alive, and we get our beautiful ending song as he bursts out of an explosion from the side of Abawa Q in the core booster. He did not die.
We can be together anytime we want, Lala.
Fucking creepy, right?
I love this too though. He like blasts his cockpit off, like he's just, like his windshield got smashed and he's just like kicking it out so he can see better. It's like, bro, you're still in space. Like there's debris everywhere. Like it's moving fast. Like a space station just exploded near you. Like the debris, the speed of that debris field.
The little lifeboats are emanating Badovsky particle shields at a far enough distance.
I will
that,
fly
they're
to
not.
Florida.
I don't know. I'm making it up. But yeah, with our little blinking symbol from Hayato, Amuro has escaped.
Yeah,
That's the other thing I love.
Hayato's like, man, he's not gonna be able to spot us.
Let me use the flashlight. We have giant space mechs, but don't want to toss out that old trusty flashlight. Like I love the simultaneous primitiveness of the high tech world.
I also find it fucking hilarious that as Amuro's finally closing in on the main character cast ship, and they cuts back to said ship, and Mirai just has a bazooka. Don't know where she got it. Don't know why. She's just got
I
it.
didn't see that.
It was
I didn't
part of
notice it
her
either until
Amuro
this.
instructions. He knows they'll need it later.
And
Because
You're
they're
right.
hanging out on the outside of a space shuttle in an active war zone.
well,
Mirai, quick, take a left and then the next right to get out of here. But first, 2 doors down on the left, there's a bazooka. Grab
Press
it.
X to equip the bazooka.
Mirai's like, why do we need it? Just grab it.
That's part of the tutorial mission. You can't progress unless you do it.
Yeah, part of the new type tutorial.
yes.
Now click left stick to crouch under the damaged door.
Click
I'd-
what?
I'd love to tell
Left
you that
stick.
there's a PS2 game where you play as Mirai and Bright and the guys on the white base during this battle. That unfortunately does not exist yet. Sunrise probably will make that someday. but yeah, we end off with our final shot of the moon and the earth and our narrator telling us that later that day, January 1st, 0080, the Earth Federation in the Principality of Zeon sign an armistice, and the war is over. January 3rd.
For now.
For sure.
0079.
Yeah.
Oh, the war is over. January 3rd.
For now.
Yeah.
Definitely won't rekindle.
January 3rd, 0079 to January 1st, 0080. So,
For now.
I hope nothing will go wrong after this.
So, Thoughts?
Man,
That was a trip, dude.
I can't believe I
pretty good.
watched 2 entire Gundam shows in the time it took us to watch this one.
Yeah. I'll try to speed up with the next one. Did you like it? Just the finale, not even the show. Thoughts on this final episode? It moved way faster than the others.
Okay, the current season, the like second half of season 3 of Fire Force is going on right now. Without spoiling that, it started as a show about guys with pyrokinetics that stop fires, like firefighters who use fire. Like it was amazing. Fantastic. No notes.
I think I see
Where
where the
we've
soapbox is
gone,
going.
like we have it hasn't like come full circle. Like we've gone around in a circle 14 times, and I don't even know if we're going up if the show's going up like its own ass or someone else's.
Tom, did
It,
you
like it,
go on?
the psychic stuff, man.
Have you
like,
did you ever watch Soul Eater back in the day?
No.
If you knew the
I
previous
might have watched a bit of
author's
it.
work, you'd be like, oh yeah, I totally saw this coming.
Yeah.
It's just like you had a great thing, man.
Yeah,
You had a
did.
great thing going. You were like this show with these mechs and it's all this tech, and you got to be all analytical about it. And oh yeah, by the way, this chick can read minds. Okay, we're doing this now.
Do you feel
We're
like
doing this now.
Gundam strayed too far from its premise, or do you think it stayed true here by the end? Question.
By the end, I think it strayed too far. Yes.
I would agree with Tom. It kind of pulled the Naruto of this went from ninjas fighting ninjas to okay, now we're just quote unquote ninjas, but we're actually just fucking wizards.
Like if we had stopped at spider sense and my reflexes are too fast for this prototype model, I would have been okay with that. Like sure, whatever, that's your sci-fi conceit on top of the giant fighting robots, but but getting to the level of like I can control these drone missile laser pointers with my brain. Oh, and also I can make you see things. And maybe I can see the future.
Well, that's fascinating. So you don't
Also,
like
Deus Ex Amaro.
you don't like new types for the most part right now, huh?
I don't like Deus Ex Amaro. Is a worse taste in my mouth than dying in a volcano. But oh wait, I'm actually on a lakeside and my girl's pregnant now.
Okay.
Like it's the same. It's the same. There are no consequences.
There was a Lord of the Rings
that I had.
reference.
Like, no, it wasn't. That was 8th MS team, man.
Oh, okay.
I guess
sorry,
it's not a
sorry.
volcano, but it's
Wow, fake
yeah. I
fan
died.
I thought you were.
God.
I thought you were
I was gonna
referencing
say
Samwise at the end of Return of the King. I was like, oh, okay.
No.
With the Eagles.
No,
Okay.
but it's the same thing, man. It's there are no consequences. You know, like war is bad, but nobody dies.
Nobody important.
We lost Ryu.
No.
We lost Lala. We lost Charlie a Bull and all the zombies.
Okay, I think
the bad guys die, and the bad guy who's not really a bad guy sacrifices his love interest so that we can argue about who loved her more.
I think we all overlooked the real tragedy of this 1-year war, okay? The man himself, Slegger Log, gave himself in battle.
Not only that, I mean, let's just talk over the series. We also lost Rambaral, who was a really chill dude.
And it didn't have to go out at all. Like, but I guess if he accepted being a POW, he wouldn't be Rambaral.
God, he just blows himself up.
He grabs a grenade and hops into the Gundam's hand.
You'll never pick me alive, coppers.
We brought it up before. We also lost our boy Ryu, who tragically crashed into Rambaral's wife Hamon to
yeah,
to
but that
sacrifice
was
himself.
just so that we could get our first round of Traumaro.
Yep.
Like,
And
He was literally just a martyr.
who?
Yeah, I mean that's really though. Ryu was the martyr character.
Mhm.
Like I should have seen it coming much earlier. Of like, oh, he's the only one who's the same. Like we can't have two old veteran guy. Like he's too old veteran to
Right.
last. Like he's definitely gonna sacrifice himself for the chillins.
Yeah.
But
We also lost our everyone's favorite character, Flanagan Boone. Flanagan Boone from
bro, these
the Water arc, who has
Flanagan Boone.
a current manga going on called The Battlefield Tales of Flanagan Boone that is detailing his death from his perspective, counting down the days to when he dies, with Flanagan Boone will die in 18 days. And it is a psychological horror trip where the Gundam looks like that. And like this, because it's him picturing it in his head, which is really cool.
Remember Flame?
But yeah. What was you guys' favorite arc in this whole series? Did you like Jiburo? Did you like
Raw, man.
Rumble?
Yeah, yeah.
That is no
And,
Zaku, my boy.
Yeah, hands down, Raw.
Only in
I
what was it,
did
6 episodes?
enjoy Kai's little interlude earning his name.
Yes.
That's-
Oh, that chick, yeah.
Those two kids are just orphans now. They have no big sister. They're still in Ireland eating grains, waiting for Big Sis to come back. Because White Base
I mean,
left.
she gave them a sack of money. They'll be okay for a bit. The one of them will step up and figure it out, or they'll spend too much money in one place. Someone will follow them home, figure out where the money is stashed, and probably kill both the kids. Dark.
There you go.
Do you well, what's your thoughts on this show overall compared to everything else you've seen? So
You know,
far?
I gotta say, given the fact that this shit came out in 1979, I had a much better time watching it than I thought I would.
Yeah, animation's only going up from now on. By the way,
I don't know, I'm gonna miss
We'll have to
the
see.
kind of jankiness of the old style.
there's a bunch of moments like that shot I just put in. All the moments of the Gundam posing like it's from a manga panel are excellent, I'd say.
Okay.
Mhm.
Art wise, it definitely has its moments.
Oh yeah,
Definitely has its moments.
I'm gonna miss those moments.
Narrative wise, I'll slice me off a chunk and I'll sit here chewing it all day.
Oh, it's
Like-
thick. It's a lot to
I will-
process.
No, I have my problems with it, man. Like like I said, I'm gonna miss Amuro's like really stilted exposition lines. I've gotten to the end of this now, and like I can appreciate it of like oh, stinky cheese, man. The stinkier the better. Like this is Gundam's stinky cheese bit. Is like you get your Amuro stilted lines, you get your occasional animation errors, you get your like surprise merchandising intro for an entire arc. Like you have your little, I don't know, not foibles, but
Could you guys feel and tell when Clover was in the show and when they left?
yeah,
So you told us,
especially
yeah.
when someone
yeah.
pointed it out.
Just a few more things. What happens next? Where do we go from here? We never saw Char escape Abao Q. Did he just get caught in a random explosion? And he's
Targ
now
is
with Mama?
he's physically incapable of dying.
Yeah, impossible. There's too much karmic balance on this one character now.
Well, what is he planning? What's he up to? All of his goals done. He got revenge for Daddy. Got revenge
Dude,
for
just
Big
look
Papa.
to Magneto. He's gonna buy an island somewhere and start building a kingdom of mutants.
You think that's his
New
goal?
type army.
In memory of Lala, building up a new type army, but a new type army for what?
to create a new type world. So maybe he's not making a new type army. Maybe it's a school for the extraordinarily gifted.
Oh my god.
Maybe he did survive the explosion, but now he's wheelchair bound.
And he's bald.
He's bald. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What about you, Leo, Kenny? I know me and Tom have been going back and forth.
I can't really say anything because I already know. I kind of know what's coming up, so I can't.
Well,
Really
you know
much.
there's a movie called Char's Counterattack, but what do you think's gonna happen?
I
think there might be a counterattack, and I think it might be Char's fault. No,
That is years away, by the way.
I don't really
either
ever-
A, rebuilding all of Xeon, if Char somehow, or getting rid of the remnants of Xeon loyalty that were loyal to the Zombie family. Is
You
what
think-
I'm thinking.
You think
cleaning him up. I
there's
get
still zombie
He's
like
hunting down
sympathizers?
Doso's daughter.
He's gonna kill Minima.
Yeah, is what I'm thinking. Where I think it's gonna go, but I don't know.
Be hilarious.
All
He's
right.
got to end that bloodline.
I mean, the narrator gave it away with, and thus ends the war. For now. Like, someone's gonna start some shit.
I'll let you know the 1-year war as a conflict is firmly over. Xeon and the Earth Federation fighting as they were is done.
Here's the question, though. If you pull reparations from Xeon, is it going to get you a World War I into World War II situation where, like, they spent the last of their stuff just throwing random prototype mobile suits at you? Like, they don't have anything to pay reparations.
Well, Mister, where's
So you're
the
going
soil
to bankrupt a bankrupt nation.
at? Mister, where's the soil at? What was Cassilia and Makuve doing?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is they but like
They moved a whole bunch of
they've
raw
been-
minerals into space. A whole lot of soil too.
yeah, but they've been using those to fund the war effort.
Yeah.
Like, Zaku's aren't built on nothing.
Luna Titanium.
So how much of that was used? How much is left? How much can you really take in reparations? All the zombies are dead. Who are you going to charge with war crimes?
Well, I'm going to stop pretending like there isn't a hyper detailed manga, comic book, video game, Cracker Jack box that details everything that happens between now and Zeta Gundam, which is
Some obscure media that I do not care for.
Do you guys think Tomino is pro-war or anti-war? Just having watched this. What is his politics, just as a whole? Is he a leftist? Is he a conservative? Is he a Green Party dude? Is he a Japanese for the Earth dude?
What?
I don't know, man. I think
you are, I guess. I don't know.
I think Tomino, after playing Disco Elysium, would have gotten a similar summary that I got, which was like simultaneously holding two diametrically opposed viewpoints and like isn't aware himself how he has reconciled this outlook on the world. I think that is Tomino.
Okay, you don't think he's fully thought through his stuff? Because
No, I think he has fully thought it through, but the answer is dunno, depends.
Who's running Xeon, by the way? Think there's more zombies out there besides Lil Minerva?
Now that all the heads are gone, there's got to be some kind of power struggle, I'd imagine.
Well, I can
I
answer.
mean, they've got a whole nobility system. They've got fancy people at fancy
Right.
parties.
So,
Still a bunch
So-
of royalties.
Post-war factionalism?
I
someone next up?
can answer that one question as we transition to the second half of this episode, which will be just a tad bit longer, but it will be fine. This is Darcia Bakarov. He is a character that is only in the movie adaptations of this show and the books. He is not in the proper show. He's a fix-up edition. He is. Would anyone like to read history?
I already have it up. Or do you want me to start it?
History.
Mobile Suit Gundam Encounters in Space Part 3. In this installment, Darcio Bakuro is the Prime Minister of Principality of Zeon, even though Giran Zabi holds the actual power in the chain of command. Hence, he is a puppet under the control of the Zabi family until the end of the 1-year war. After the fall of Ao Bao Q and the death of the entire Zabi family, Darcia Bakaro becomes the de facto leader of the newly formed Republic of Zeon, which signs the Granada Treaty to end the 1-year war.
Pause.
Keep going?
Yeah, so the war ended, and with all the zombies dead, power transferred to this guy who they never intended it to, who is just a face.
I'm in charge.
And he immediately ends the war that day. He ends the war at 1500 hours 0080. 3 o'clock p.m. Which is
Good
signed
for
on
him.
Granada. Hey, you have it open. Granada Treaty. Tom, would you like to read this just a little bit? Just you can scroll down. This is the treaty that they signed, ending the war.
Formally ended the 1-year war. Oh, go away, all of you
Okay,
advertisements.
ignore all that. Let's go to terms.
Okay.
So these are the terms of this.
Terms. Zeon ceases all hostilities, withdraws all of its military from Earth, the Moon, all other territories occupied during the war. All Zeon military forces must disarm before returning home. Zeon retains possession of Albiq, but Solomon and Payzun are
it was another
permanently relinquished to the Earth Federation. Zeon's prohibited from constructing any new asteroid facilities for military purposes. Feds gain control of Zeon's main mobile weapon manufacturing cores. That would be MIP, Zeonic, and Zimad. Further dispersal of Minovsky particles in space is prohibited among all signatories.
And the last one.
Zeon shall officially rejoin the Earth Federation.
Oh, boy.
Interesting.
January 1st, 100. How many of those things do you think are going to happen?
Definitely not the dispersal of Minovsky particles. Like, don't you need those for your spaceships?
Yeah, as long as you're not broadcasting them, they don't get dispersed. They stay mostly internal. A lot of thoughts. A lot of food for thought there. But that leads us to the final part of the puzzle. By the way, I was just going to ask one last go around for this series. This question will be repeated. Do you guys think Bright Noah is a good captain? As our family is huddled here into the white base and everyone's smiling as Amro's brought back, and they really do look like a family to me for the last.
Sure.
Is he a good
You know
captain?
what? Sure. He kept them alive.
19-year-old
Keep
boy,
all
by
of
the
them
way.
alive.
He kept them all alive. Leo,
He did
Kitty?
good.
He did good? Okay.
Yeah.
He is my favorite character in all of Gundam. Hey,
That's insane.
It won't be.
Char exists.
Sure exists.
So, you guys, we finally reached the final piece of the puzzle. If you remember way back, I was teasing, why did the Earth Federation beat Zeon in the 1-year war? You can always go to our buddy Kakarot197 on YouTube for a detailed version of what I'm about to tell you now. But where we left off way at the beginning of the show, where's the mystery? Part 5, the Minovsky fusion reactor is a little reactor, yada yada yada. Zeon didn't get beam weaponry till way later. The Gundam was revolutionary for having beam weaponry, right? The final part of this puzzle comes to this. And the text I was going to include is way too big. So,
Oh, dear Lord.
thus, Zeon only ever managed to produce the Zaku 2 as a single widespread mass-produced mobile suit, while the Federation produced them later but got many. All the Doms, Rickdoms, Zigoks, and Gelgoog suits they had didn't really matter because they were either experimental and only got a limited production time, or were made far too late into the war when the Federation finally had a grip in space after the Battle of Jaburo. Zeon would pivot by making more and more experimental mobile suits, but the Gundam always took it out. And, Zeon would just throw whatever they had into the battlefield. Anaheim was focused on winning the war. I have a bunch of other stuff in there I put, but we don't have to go over it now. But in the end, the outcome of the 1-year war would not be decided by attrition, but consistency. Pumping out a whole bunch of GMs and a few Gundams beat throwing whatever Dr. Minovsky had left in his book onto the battlefield and hoping it worked. I'm looking at you, Dop, and what's it called? Attack Tank. But yeah. So, you guys all got points for that because you pretty much figured it out earlier too. That the reason Zeon lost the war was because they spread their things too thin and only pretty much made the Zaku as a single reliable suit. You all said that in some variation. All right, boys. Who's ready for a Toonami commercial? You ready? 3.
Yep.
I don't know,
2,
are you?
1. I am.
Universal Century 0079. Mankind lives in colonies called sides. But Side 3 has a secret.
Take your sorrow and turn it into anger.
The Principality of Zeon has declared war on the Earth. Now say goodbye. Now, the future depends on a boy with powers beyond comprehension.
Those lightning reflexes, it's like he sees the future.
His name, Amuro Ray. His weapon, Gundam.
Your dirty tricks are no match against Gundam's immense power. Let's retreat!
Toonami presents the most groundbreaking anime saga of all time.
What's this? You're mine! So mad!
Fully restored, Mobile Suit Gundam. Premieres Monday, July 23rd at 5. Suit up for the first time. Only Toonami.
I forgot about the part where Amuro, just annihilates a base of guys who are, running away from him and only have small arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really glossed over all like the war crimey parts, huh? Although they did show the core explosion, which is good homage.
So that aired in about summer 2001, and then 9/11 happened, and it got canceled about 20 episodes in.
Nice.
Bonkers.
And re-aired not on the Toonami block, but later in, I believe, 2002, a few months later, in the Adult Swim block. So pretty much the same channel. So yeah, good thing the U.S. will never start, a disproportionately forced invasion of a Middle Eastern country. Am I right, boys?
Yeah.
Anyways, I have a revelation for you.
Miles, how did you not show me this BFG division clip earlier?
Oh, I thought I did.
Like, why was this not one of your first moves, man?
I
Alright.
thought I did show. Huh?
It's all good. Hey, revelation for you guys. You've yet to actually see a complete, unrestricted Tomino Gundam series. As you know, not less from Sunrise, but more from the advertiser Clover. Tomino had a lot of people breathing down his neck, and the show was shortened from 52 to 39 episodes. Which means this technically wasn't his full vision. Do you think we'll get his full vision?
Yes.
No.
Let's keep on going.
Yes. I know. Yes.
Do you think his full vision?
Judging by the post you sent out the other day of him in an interview being like, I want to make an anime where there are no enemies, but it's a fighting one. So maybe it's people fight who are using the earth or something. I don't know. That's what I want to make. I think this man just will never run out of ideas. He will finish writing something and then be cool. Now that's done. I can finally work on this other thing I've been thinking about the whole time I was writing that.
And the cycle just repeats itself and repeats
Yeah,
itself.
it's
and
like
repeats itself and
Oh man, I know that pain. As soon as I start running a campaign, I'm like, oh, but I'm writing this one and I want to run this now.
Oh, hey. That's the
I've
end.
been thinking of cowboys for the last year.
That's the end of Mobile Suit Gundam. We'll now transition to the second part of this podcast because it is trivia time, boys. Everyone loves some trivia. We'll Amuro Ray and the friends will disappear for a little bit, but I've got some important information about some things you might have missed. So, I have a whole Word document open right now. So we talked.
I thought you were like, sorry, I thought you meant trivia, like you were gonna ask us
Who's
questions.
this?
Like, please, no.
interactive.
Who's the third commander of the Zeonic ship? I'm like, what are you talking?
No, this is gonna be me talking. I'll occasionally ask you questions, but you'll understand what this is in a second. So we talked about new type touch theory, that maybe Sayla and Mirai got their powers from briefly touching Amuro during those few episodes back. Have you guys ever heard of... Oh, sorry. Before that, Kika, Cats, and Let's are three little kids. The revelation was that they are, in fact, new types. If you go back and watch certain episodes in the show, this actually starts to become a little bit more obvious. I'd recommend going back and checking the episode when they're trying to dispose of the bombs underneath Jiburo.
What episode was this?
I think it's like 27, 28, 29.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
More than that, concerning new types, New Type is also the name for one New Type magazine, which is one of the biggest magazines in Japan. It was named after what pretty much Gundam is, the phenomena of new types, but it is basically the big published magazine where you get anime news, where you get a lot of things. It still exists today, even in a post magazine world, but it's a big deal for folks over in Nihon. More than that, we actually used to have, this thing still goes, by the way. They got JJK characters, they got Dan to Dan characters. It's a very popular new magazine. More than that, though, let me make sure I got all my stuff right. Let's talk about kill counts. Fellas, how many kills do you think Amuro got in Mobile Suit Gundam? What is Amuro's final kill count? The tragic boy himself. We're gonna play Price is Right. Whoever gets closest to it without going over gets the extra points.
700
on screen kills. Okay. You locked in for 700?
700.
Okay.
Like 540.
540.
I'll say 540.
Okay.
No, 550.
550.
Yeah, you guys are high. Hey, Monkey. I'm gonna lowball this. I'm gonna go with like 150.
Are we talking confirmed on-screen kills?
Confirmed on-screen kills exclusively.
So, like, not counting the crews of battleships.
We'll talk about confirmed people in mobile suits we can confirm Amuro killed.
Oh, you're right. We're way high then.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Can I change?
Yeah, you can change.
270.
270.
I'll go 250.
I'm gonna stick with the 150.
Unfortunately, all of you failed. The actual answer, according to most, is 127. Amuro's kill count is 127 on screen, which is less than most people think. Just in terms of people confirmed either directly hit Zaku or Rickdom or whatever pilots directly hit and blown up, or people who he stepped on or smashed, we're looking at 127. That number sometimes is pushed up to 142, though this is including his other series kills, so 127 is the OG 1 Year War Gundam kill count. It feels low, but that is a lot for a 17-year-old boy.
A single 17-year-old boy.
A lot for anyone, man.
Yeah.
You're right.
But speaking of death tolls, hey, we've got some death tolls for the 1-year war. Who would like to open that up and read just a little bit?
I'll take this one.
All right, cool. I'll tell you where. Sorry, I should have had that tab open, but my page. So, Earth Federation side. Sorry, the overall population of the Gundam universe. Let's start there. According to this is Deacon Blues, January 4th, 2012, from the Mecha Talk forums.
The overall population is approximately 11.3 billion at the time of the outbreak.
So this is including all colonies, all of Zeon, and all of Earth.
Sorry, the outbreak?
Of the war.
Ah.
Earth Federation government side, Earth 4.3 billion, sides 1, 2, and 4 have a total of 2.8 billion. Side 5 has 2 billion, up to 80 colonies are here. Then within the Principality of Zeon, there's side 3 of 1.3 billion. Neutral of side 6 of 900 million. Cue the 1 week war, Battle of Loom, and the good old colony drop, and we're left with this. Earth Federation side of 3.8 billion, 5 million killed.
That's Earth
sides 1, 2,
specifically,
and-
sorry. Earth Federation, sorry, Earth specifically, 3.8 billion, 500 million killed.
Yep. Sides 1, 2, and 4 have been virtually annihilated, as well as side 5. So between those 4 sides, a total of 4.8 billion people. Within the Principality of Zeon, it was remained virtually unharmed at still 1.3 billion. And no change to the neutral colonies as well.
Stop there. So, what does that tell you?
That while Zeon lost the war, they didn't really lose a whole lot of folk.
So, of the 5.8 billion people who died in the war, almost none of them were Zeon civilians. Side 3 was virtually untouched. Mundo was virtually untouched because the war never got there. The tragedy of the 1-year war is that Giran technically succeeded. On paper, this was almost wholly an Earth Federation decimation. Now, I got some questions for you. Do you think the Earth Federation forces would have slaughtered Zeon civilians the way they did if they had reached Munzo, side 3, and didn't sign that armistice immediately? Would there have been a massacre in Munzo?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they would have occupied it.
Yeah,
I don't think
they probably would have occupied it, probably would have sequestered all of the Zeons.
Yeah, like martial law, and now we get into like, I didn't mean to kill the civvies, I was shooting at the terrorist. But you know, that kind of war hadn't happened yet, so Tomino wasn't ready to write it.
You think Federation guys aren't gonna be super cruel like we've seen some Zeon guys be?
No, we've seen them be super cruel. Amuro had to beat up a bunch of guys who were drunk in his house, man. But
Yeah.
like,
It's true.
Tomino doesn't like any kind of unruly soldier. But I don't think we would have seen a systemic massacre.
Okay. You other two feel the same?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't think they're gonna go like full like. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna bring up a specific massacre, but full like Vietnam style, we're burning this village to the ground.
I don't think like a full on, but I
No.
feel like there will be instances of like some Federation soldiers going way further
Too far,
than they
yeah.
should have.
Gotcha.
extremist
Like isolated incidents, I guess.
Like those 3
Yeah.
Zaku pilots in the 8th MS team when the one guy got blasted by Kiki's folks.
Yeah,
And,
that's right.
and Shiro dodges a Zeon rifle point blank.
Point blank.
Ah, that dude's something.
Good old Ensign Pikachu.
He is one of the guys. Let's see. Question 2. How do you think people in the Federation feel about that? Xeon had almost no losses. Think they feel it's fair?
I think they're getting some rations for this
Just a
war.
bit.
And now that we know Xeon didn't really get touched, you can pay them.
Money.
So give me our dirt back.
I think it's monetarily, or at least they're going to be like dirt traders now, huh?
Yeah, they got to rebuild
we blew
Australia.
up Australia. Like,
Yeah.
like there's
And they
got to
did
be
occupy a lot of
something.
Earth. So
Yeah, like maybe at least give us the lithium back. Like, come on.
Damn.
Makuve out here just strip mining the Gobi Desert. Like,
I'm still stuck on that
why are
scenario.
you giving us why?
Oh,
What
I
is this
just
picture
didn't-
of Australia?
Oh, that's the image of where the impact.
Oh, and just the giant hole. I guess okay, we didn't destroy all of Australia. That's too green for Australia.
Well, the
That's
climate did
wild.
shift wildly
it was
immediately.
1979.
Yep. What was I gonna say? I need to close a few tabs here.
What?
How
Your
do-
1600 tabs?
How do you think people on Earth feel about Xeon and space noids in general?
I don't think they really know too much about them yet.
They're familiar with space noids. They know a whole lot about Xeon and space noids. If you read through that MS era
right.
thing
I thought you meant said new types. My bad.
yeah.
Probably conflating one with the other and just assuming that all space noids were like, yeah, the war is awesome. Go kill those Earthies. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of resentment. And, maybe we're going to flip flop on who starts the war and who's committing atrocities.
All right. Well,
In
question.
the end, everyone's committing war crimes.
Yeah, maybe we're going to have a whole generation of Feddies who are like, my parents grew up in Australia and they sent me away to boarding school so I didn't get hit. But now I'm here to bring the wrath of Earth to you. Well, actually, that would be a Xeon commander because we know that all of Texas moved into space.
Like how you reprimand your own hypothetical.
Yeah.
Well, I could talk about Gundam the White Dingo Saga right now, but I think we'll leave
The
that.
White Dingo Saga?
We'll
Dude,
talk-
I genuinely can't tell if you're joking anymore.
No
Like, we
way.
have Fried Chicken Squadron. Oh my god, he's not joking.
Well, maybe
Oh,
we'll get to White Dingo Team one day. For now.
You can't take pride in being a white dingo, bro.
For now.
Fucking watch me.
I lied a little bit. That's actually a really cool Gundam story. I lied a little bit because if you look at the numbers, while 5.8 billion people died, where did those deaths mainly come from? There were 500 million deaths on Earth, which is a lot. From environmental destruction or just the war, but which is actually crazy low for a celestial body landing on Earth. But most of those deaths were from the colonies, not Earth. 2.8 billion people died in side 1 and 2 being
Sides 1, 2, and 4.
yeah,
So
get,
while we made base noids fight each other.
yeah, and also Xeon did sustain losses just militarily. Those were not counting civilian deaths. They still lost millions from the military deaths. How do you think this works out in terms of public nuance? We talked about that a little bit. In perception, that technically this was a space noid bloodbath more than it was a Earth versus space war.
Again, earthy resentment of all space noids. So you guys came in here and destroyed our pristine planet. The Amazon rainforest? Yeah, you guys put a whole military base under it. You've wrecked our biosphere.
That's true. There'll be a lot of pissed off hippies.
Well, let's put a
Why don't
Z-shaped.
presidents fight the war? Why do we always send the poor? Why do we always send the poor?
Let's put a Z-shaped pin in that and move on a little bit to a correction of mine. I said we didn't know when the show was originally canceled. Update: Clover pulled funding around episode 29, which would be That's Jaburo. That is Amuro fighting the Zagok in Jaburo. So Clover saw Char coming back and said, "Alright, we out." They really hated him, man.
I don't get why they hated Char. He's obviously the best character.
He's mean
Because
and
he's not the
scary.
American hero. He's the
Oh,
villain.
he's very American.
No, just I guess to a Japanese advertiser palette of the era. Not
Yeah, maybe the Hitler Youth doesn't market very well.
yeah.
Maybe not.
Slide up there. Okay, so now we're gonna get into some silly stuff. So we saw a little bit of the Gundam in Gundam the Origin, just for a brief second in the ending. Did you guys notice the big difference between the Gundam the Origin version of the RX-78 and the show one?
Nah.
Yes,
There-
I think so.
There was
It has a frame.
There was a very big difference that pisses off a lot of Gundam fans. You see, in Gundam the Origin and in the Origin kits, the RX-78 has yellow V-fins. The RX-78 in the show has white V-fins, and this makes it very inaccurate. The V-fins being the little V-shaped fins on the head of the Gundam. That's how you know it's a Gundam, by that little V symbol. But that's your little nitpicky thing there. Yes, there are
like a Sonic's arms are supposed to be are flesh colored, not blue.
yes.
Sorry.
This is Omni-Man is wearing blue instead of white thing. Also, someone totally did figure out there is a shot in the show where the RX-78 has yellow V-fins for a second. So call it an animation error. Maybe Amuro has a switch he can just press and change the color. Who knows? Keeping it rolling. Poor Sayla. Poor Sayla. So there is a manga called The Men Who Created Gundam. How many of you guys know this?
None of us, man.
It is
That deep into the series?
This is you taking 3 Gundam. What Gundam newbies?
So,
Come on, man.
you
you
guys,
guys heard of this obscure media?
So the men who created Gundam.
What is the size of that link?
Yeah, so the men
Oh,
who
dear
created
Lord.
Gundam is a Gundam magazine about Tomino and Yoshizuku. I'm butchering that name right now. Creating Gundam. It is a comical manga. It is hilarious. It is funny. Most famously, and this is based off of supposedly a real story, Tomino at some point, I think walking down some alley or some art place in Japan, sees a picture of Sayla during the bathtub scene. And he looks at it and he's like, oh yes, there's that character I created and people keep sexualizing. And he looks at it closer and he notices something very disturbing and very inaccurate. Are you guys aware of what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh,
This is the
Goodness.
famous
I think I
notice
know what you're talking about.
that Sayla's nipples in
It
the
turned me
picture
off.
were brown. And he remarks, paraphrased, "You perverts, how dare you? Sayla's nipples are pink." Famous Tomino
How
story.
dare you?
How dare you? There is a whole chapter segment in the manga then about Sayla's nipples being pink because she has pink nipples. That's what I wrote. That's what I wanted.
What the fuck is with this manga?
If you will excuse me for a moment, I'm going to go put a gun in my mouth.
I mean, this is in the first chapter. Fucking, I don't know why he touches a woman's ass. What?
What?
What
Oh,
is,
I
what is
did not-
happening?
So I've only ever browsed this and seen pictures. Is there
This is
crazier
the first
stuff?
chapter. In the world?
Okay, I think I
I'm
know
out
what
of
that's
fucks
talking
to
about.
give, man.
I will say that is not a super accurate depiction of Yoshiyuki Tomino. That is an exaggerated version
No.
of Tomino. But that is a very famous manga. You can find it on Amazon for like 29
That looks like if you asked ChatGPT to draw you Tomino as Andrew Tate.
God damn it.
It does. All right.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Holy shit.
I love it. I love it. All right, moving on. We're actually making good time. Hey, let's talk about some parallels. What was Dozel? This is Mundo or whatever. Dozel's Mongo. Yeah. What was his daughter's name?
Minerva.
Minerva. What do you think about that name?
Weird.
Close to Minerva, but yeah, weird.
Say that again.
I said
Minerva.
close to Minerva.
Minerva. Who is Minerva?
It's
Mother?
She
Or-
is.
But done wrong.
Motherfucker,
Yeah.
it's a Fire Emblem character. I don't
Yeah,
fucking know.
she is the Roman.
The mother of. Yeah.
She's the Roman surrogate to Artemis, or Athena. Sorry. In Roman from Greek to Roman mythology. Hey guys, what's the name of the white base that the Xeon gives it?
Trojan horse.
Yeah, it's called the Trojan horse, huh? So we got Minerva, we got Trojan horse, and you could say the white base goes on a sort of odyssey, right?
That's a stretch.
A crazy odyssey
Go home.
through the stars. And yeah, I'm totally being ridiculous, right? Like, what do they fight? What are some things that happen in the Odyssey, guys?
Stop.
Odysseus
No.
goes to war. What else happens? What are some things?
Okay, where are my lotus eaters? Like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Walk me through it.
Okay, I just wanted to say, obviously a stretch, but there is a theory that Gundam is inspired by the Odyssey.
No.
There's a bunch of things that you could say that there's a Cersei moment being with the encountering Ramboral and Crowley. In Crowley's Cersei, in Amuro leaving and being stranded out there in the desert, you could make other claims that such and such is this and this, but it's a stretch. This is a famous theory that people have, but not really, put up by anything. It's not like there's like an army of like Poseidon like has like Cyclopses. It's not like there's like an army of Cyclopses that they have to fight routinely, right? Like an army of one-eyed.
Dude,
one-eyed beasts.
They don't fight an army. They fight one.
They fight one.
They fight Polyphemus.
Yeah. Crazy theory.
Where do they go and wrestle a shapeshifter who can turn into all of the different animals of the sea?
That's Lala.
Lala.
You know? No.
Or is Lala Cersei? I don't know.
If we're gonna be real, that's your Flanagan Boone. And that would this is you're stretching the premise of this connection already.
You have to stretch it.
And then the
so
more you
bad,
try
right?
and stretch it, the more it's like, how is that stick poking out of a Glad Hefty bag and not puncturing the bag entirely? This is some space age technology bullshit. And you know why? It's because it doesn't line up. It doesn't work.
It is a stretch.
Gundam is not the Odyssey.
Gundam is assuredly not the Odyssey. I just had to bring that up because that is.
Thanks for fucking triggering me late at night.
They do the parallel of their of Poseidon's sons being Cyclopses and the Gundam exclusively being in a Trojan horse and encountering an army of Cyclopses is a little something, but that is neither here nor there. I do not think a Gelgoog is supposed to be a.
When you hear hoofbeats, think horses, not zebras. Okay, Mr. Silly Bear?
Yeah.
Do not question Tom on the Odyssey.
Got it. Oh, I know this man. Yeah, this man knows his stuff. More actually direct is its connection to Star Wars, if you haven't noticed, with the Force and lightsabers. And we actually have a quote from Tomino. This is from the March 1993 issue of An America magazine. In quote from Tomino, upon being questioned about Gundam's inspirations. Interviewer, how did the space colony concept and the Star Wars movie influence Gundam? Tomino, the space colony concept and Star Wars were very much an influence on me. In fact, you could say they're the basis for the whole Gundam drama. I already had the story outline done when the movie was released, and frankly, I felt extremely frustrated and bitter. In the United States, a film like Star Wars could be made in live action, where in Japan, we were in the position, or as I was in the position, where I had to make my story in robot animation. And I don't particularly like robot animation. This is Yoshiyuki Tomino, animator of exclusively robot animation. Legendary Japanese robot animation director.
But alternate timeline. Where we get live action Gundam instead of Star Wars.
An animated Star Wars.
Ooh.
Animated Star Wars and live action
Gundam.
That would be an interesting world. Because now I'm picturing like properly greebled mobile suits, stop motion motion controlled animation with some stop motion stuff. It could be cool. It could be cool.
Yeah. If it wasn't obvious from the beam sabers being lightsabers and Char literally having Darth Vader's head shape, he's aware of the similarities. This becomes very different immediately. But yeah. Hey, speaking of alternate universe, I have a story. And this story is one that Kenny knows, and I'm going to need him not to say anything because he, for reasons, knows the ending of this story. How many of y'all have heard of Gundam's dark counterpart? It's Shadow. The alternate route Gundam could have taken.
Voltron?
I'm of course talking about Voltes V. How many of you guys know about Voltes V?
What the fuck?
So,
shut the fuck up.
Feel free to scroll through
How
that
many of
Polygon
you
article.
guys know about the rare singing frog of Western Sri Lanka?
So 1977, 2 years before Gundam comes out. Actually, the same year Star Wars comes out. Sunrise Animation releases Voltes V, an anime similar to Gundam about a group of mech pilots fighting against a tyrannical regime that comes and invades Earth and tries taking it over. And it's one of those where it's like a combining mech, so it's kind of like a Megazord and Power Rangers, or Voltron, like you said, or any of the other ones like. And it is made by the same production company, Sunrise Animation. Similar premise. And the titular mech Voltes V, like I said, fights against a tyrannical imperializing power. So, while it had average success in Japan, it blew up in popularity when it was licensed, not for the United States, but by Filipino broadcaster GMA, which is a TV station over there. Boys, girls, and adults alike fell in love with Voltes V, particularly the younger generation, and thousands to potentially millions of people in the Philippines tuned in every single week to GMA to watch Voltes V. This was until August 27th, 1979, when it was suddenly banned by Filipino president dictator Ferdinand Marcos. A move that many hypothesized was an intentional direction on his part to cut down on the show because it featured a bunch of themes about fighting against regimes and fighting against the power. I'm not sure if you guys know about Ferdinand Marcos. Was not the nicest guy. Did a lot of things. But this move would backfire, as the show was so beloved that while there was pre-existing resentment towards Marcos in the country, including to those he was cruel to, the general populace loved Voltes V, and it got so beloved that by 1986, there would be the 1986 EDSA People Power Revolution, with people marching in the streets against Marcos' regime, and it would eventually lead to Marcos being deposed as president dictator of the Philippines. Note, I just want to bring up there was a sea and ocean of other issues with Marcos, some human rights violations, but Voltes V was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. Epilogue to this story. It wasn't even Marcos that really cared about the show. The whole thing about him like hating it because of its like anti-dictator themes, he didn't really care about it. The Women's Catholic League of the Philippines came to him and asked him to ban it, and he said, okay. That's actually what happened. It just blew up in his face. Epilogue 2, Voltes V, to this day, is insanely popular in the Philippines. Way more than it is in Japan. So popular, in fact, that it sparked a 90-episode, longer than it and Gundam combined, 2023 live-action exclusively Filipino remake of the show called Voltes V Legacy, which just wrapped up a little while ago. Epilogue Part 3, the show is actually so popular that the songs from the show are played, songs and imagery from the show are played by politicians when they're campaigning in the country. If you want to look at that Twitter thread, you can. It is like culturally embedded into the culture over there. And people use it all the time in politicians and everyday life, whatever. But despite all that, mirroring our current situation, somehow Palpatine returned. And in 2022, the current president of the country, elected in 2022, would be Ferdinand Bong Bong Marcos, the son of dictator President Ferdinand Marcos, who is the current president of the country, despite the history of the show and Voltes V. So, it's my deduction that Sunrise, being aware of the fact that one of their shows is partially responsible for a political revolution, has shied away from Voltes V over the last 50 plus years, relegating it to Super Robot Wars and crossover video game appearances mostly. But let it be known that if Gundam was made just a year or two earlier, it might have been Gundam that got licensed on a whim by a Filipino public broadcaster, banned and incited a revolution in the country, only to be shelved by Sunrise, and we'd have Voltes V Char's Counterattack and Voltes V 00 and Voltes V The Witch from Mercury today. How do y'all feel about that?
Congratulations, Filipinos. Good for you, Kenny.
I wasn't even aware of this. What the fuck? I'm not that deep into it. I guess I'm American Filipino.
It is one of the wildest things that could have been Char that is being used. If you go to that Kato Productions link, they literally, I guess, had, when Bong Bong was running, they had him dressed up as the villain of the show with the rival campaign going against him. In that poster there. But yeah. Crazy times. As Americans, I just want to say we cannot judge. We cannot judge for anything. But crazy story.
You know, I was about to clown on this guy's name for being Bong Bong, and then I remembered that our president's orange.
Why, you don't think Trump is a little on the nose? The writers of the show are... they need to get Tomino to write this Earth stuff, bro. Anyways, we ready to move on?
Oh, yeah.
We're almost done.
Sure
Hey,
thing.
guys, what do you think about seeing Lala for the first time in, what was that, episode 32, whatever?
I thought, okay, things are gonna get weird now.
You saw Lala before.
Yeah, in the origin.
Yeah, say hello to ending number 2 for Gundam The Origin, which is a song you'll get to someday. You guys, I wish I had the audio clip to play, but you guys are like, I brought this up and you're like, why is there just some weird girl in yellow riding a manta ray in the ocean and then she turns into a bird? And I was like, who knows? But, yep. That's your little Lala first appearance for you. Mizuno Hoshi ending for 2 Gundam The Origins, also opening to something else. But we'll get to that someday. All right. We're wrapping up really fast. We got a few things to go through, though. You may have noticed some animation quality drops across the show. Remember this?
Yeah.
Yep.
And things like this.
Oh,
The
wow.
Square Gundam,
Man.
of course.
And things like this. You ever wonder what
Oh,
was
I
up with
fucking
those?
love it.
That's incredible.
Fucking love that one.
Well,
That is PS2 Hagrid level animation.
believe it
pure
or not,
artwork, I'd say.
they had really good quality control back in the 70s. This was not a normal thing, and this actually goes back to one man who is one of the greats, who's still alive, Yoshizaku Yasuhiko. I'm going to have trouble and try not to butcher his name, but this is the man of our story. Yoshizaku Yasuhiko was the animation director for Mobile Suit Gundam. He's also a manga artist, and he drew the designs for the Gundam The Origin manga. During the production of Mobile Suit Gundam, Yasuhiko started having chest troubles. Quote, "I thought I was having a heart attack. I don't know anything about my body, and I'm no doctor. I heard of animators suddenly dying after working too hard, being young. And he nearly passes out, but manages to get to the hospital, and he is diagnosed with pleurisy and admitted to the hospital long term." If you guys don't know about pleurisy, I'll give you a link in a second. Very rare disease right now, but is most certainly a thing. Now, he's admitted long term. This is the middle of production for Gundam. So for 5 months from his hospital bed, he was forced to watch the show in horror as his subordinates did their best. And this is why you get quality drops there, right there in the middle of the show. Quote from Yoshi's quote from Yoshikazu. I'm sorry, forgive me for butchering that name. "It was so hard to watch. I felt so bad. I couldn't give it my undivided attention. Every time I did, I thought, oh no, that's wrong, or oh, that's so bad. I was in a private room with a bed and kept pulling the blanket over my head until I was completely underneath, unable to watch anymore. I would sneak a peek to see a terrifying Gundam staring back at me and think about how terrible it was. I feel bad for the people who worked on it. That's just the conditions they had to work with." We have another quote from animator Itano Ichiro, who is a subordinate of his working on the show at the time. We'd all basically all been trained by Yasuhiko, so all we could do was work to put anything we could together. If Sunrise Studio 1 was the White Base Bridge, Tomino was Captain Bright Noah, Yasuhiko was a new type genius Amuro Ray. We couldn't fight, and there was no way to resupply our staff, but we couldn't let White Base sink. We had to make it until the final episode. Regardless, the enemy fire was intense, and our Amuro escaped. Well, he was hospitalized. Our Bright wasn't sure what to do. The whole place was full of people with their hair standing on the end. Now, if this sounds familiar, that's because this is literally what happens in the show. Bright gets put out of commission for a few episodes, and Mirai is forced to lead, starting around episode 22 and lasting for a couple episodes. Was this life imitating art? Was Tomino and his writers taking advantage of the chaotic situation as some perverted source of inspiration? Who knows? But yeah, that's what's up with the quality drop in Gundam.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yep, lead animator was hospitalized for lung issues. All right, so I'm going to let you guys browse through this as I talk. I got a little bit more to go and we're done. Hey. One more thing. Sorry. Let me make sure I have the right link up. So, in 1979, Gundam aired and failed on Japanese television. The ratings were really low, and after Clover pulled out as an ad sponsor, everything just went to crap. And Sunrise would allow Tomino to direct further products, but wrote Gundam off as a reasonable loss. In 1981, however, Sunrise recompiled and reanimated the TV series into a 3-part movie event, released into Japanese theaters, hosting the event in downtown Shizuku called Anime New Generation Declaration. It was supposed to just be promo for the movie and have just a few hundred to a few thousand people show up. However, 15,000 people showed up, crowded into Little Shinjuku, dressed as Amuro, dressed as Char, and it was a very big deal. Sunrise was shocked because they didn't think anybody cared or watched the show, but people showed up for these movies. And Sunrise finally realized, hey, this Gundam thing may have some legs behind it. Let's do something with this. Quote from Tomino at the 1981 event. To friends who came here with ideals, I'm sorry, but this is just a promotional event. However, the fact that so many young people have gathered here must have meaning. I hope the world will understand this, and I also hope you will ponder its significance. What I want modern-day Gundam fans to understand is that Gundam wasn't nurtured by the plastic model enthusiasts. It was young women who first came to to the after recording studio, and Gundam is a work that began with their support, and it was a work that no connection to the popularity of Gundam plastic models. So I think the important thing is creating a work that will attract those kinds of girls to it again. I don't think movies as an entertainment industry can succeed without touching on that kind of fundamental portion. And he goes on just talking about young women. The very first fans of original Gundam were young women. Definitely not the plastic model enthusiasts. He's basically saying, guys, with both Gundam and Raideen, which is another mech show, of the first fans active, 90% were girls. Among a gathering of 1,000 fans, about 100 were boys. And around the first core ended, young women began to gather to the after recording studio. It took much later for male fans to make an uproar. Around the same time the series got canceled. I thought, you're late to the party. But yeah. Gundam succeeded, and Tomino really attributed it to its female viewer base. Here's a question. What do you think Tomino thinks about women? Do you think he's like a misogynist, a feminist? What do you think his views in general are with the ladies?
Dude, I don't know. We've gone over it a couple times.
What do you feel right now, just having finished that show?
Complicated.
Sayla's a strong, independent woman. Frau
is she?
Is she?
When we need, like, okay.
Good. Lay it on me.
I mean, Bechtel test. I don't know if we actually passed that. Sayla, sure, strong, independent, like, okay. Very aware that we are 4 dudes here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. If you like Sayla as a character, she's a feminist icon for you. Whatever, go for it. You do you. I personally think the only feminist icon on that show is Frau. Just saying.
Frau. The non.
I am so pro Frau. It's not even funny, man.
She gets the job done, bro.
That's
and
fair.
she gets the job done. She doesn't ask for recognition she's just it needs to be done, so she's doing it. You know what else she's doing? Making sure you do your fucking job.
Hell yeah. Mirai's good too. That, Slagger stuff was kind of weird. Everyone has flaws. Nobody's perfect. But there's the other girl who doesn't get any lines. I forget her name. But yeah, Why Bright Noah had them all wearing pink uniforms and had all the guys wearing blue uniforms, I don't know. But hey. What about you, Kenny, Leo? What do you think Tomino thinks about women at this current point in Gundam? I'll let you know there's a reason I'm asking this question, because this question may evolve over time.
Mixed, I guess, because we have like Crowley was also great. And then even Cassilia was also great because was actually in like a position of power, which usually most animes wouldn't. Yeah, like mixed, I guess.
Yeah, but that's the same mix. I mean, that doesn't like hate him. I'm not saying that he's like misogynistic or anything like that.
Do you think he's like a pervert? I know the nipple story is kind of weird, but
I will say he's got some weird fucking scenes in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not gonna kink shame, but you know there is a line.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it.
All right. Well, hey, I think that is a brilliant place to wrap up for the night, because next time we are recapping Mobile Suit Gundam movies 1, 2, and 3. Yes, the recompilation of this entire series, recapped once over again as 3 movies that you guys have to watch between now and then. Thank you all for watching. The Federation's Finest, out.